Despite having an insatiable hunger in his eyes to conquer it all, it was Neymar himself who refused the party. He danced only on the pitch. This was the Neymar who forced Ronaldinho to give him his blessing after scoring the most brutal goal of his entire career right before the eyes of his childhood idol. That teenage Neymar already beginning to terrify the world's biggest clubs. Yes, we are talking about prime Neymar from Santos, Brazil. The boy who never got injured, who treated his body like a sacred temple. The one who would make a promise and step into the field to deliver it. He felt like a character pulled straight from an anime, a football superhero. And now, after a long and stormy road, the prodigal son has chosen to return home, to the place where it all began, with one last hope to recover even a fraction of that monstrous version of himself. And now, once again, the story returns to where it was born. The reason for his return? Hi guys, I'm Crystal, and today we relive the epic journey of Neymar Jr. at Santos. Let's begin.
The year was 2009, and Neymar had just turned down Real Madrid. As crazy as it sounds, young Neymar was interviewed and tried out for the biggest team in Europe at his level. He was a rising star, and of course, the White House wanted to sign him as one of their own. But his father, a savvy businessman, demanded more money from the royal club. Florentino Perez made an offer, but Neymar's father wanted more. They couldn't reach an agreement. So young Neymar returned to Brazil, where Santos FC met his father's demands. Even King Pelé could see there was something special about little Neymar. The budding prodigy made his debut at just 17 years old. That's when the story truly began. The football world was officially on alert. By 2010, at just 18, Neymar had already scored 42 goals in a single season. What stood out was that he wasn't obsessed with stats or individual glory, much like Ronaldinho before him. Neymar just wanted to enjoy the ball. The hardest part of his journey had already been overcome, lifting his family out of poverty. Now, as the star of Santos, he only had to enjoy the game he loved. This was the birth of Brazil's new prince. In 2011, Neymar reached his early peak with a glorious Copa Libertadores run. Most South American teams underestimated him, but Neymar had already been destroying defenses in Brazil. He was the face of the tournament, decisive in every round. He delivered goals in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final. His speed, dribbling, and rebellious style amazed the country. Brazil's golden generation of Ronaldo and Rivaldo had faded, and even Ronaldinho was nearing the end of his career. Yet Ronaldinho would still have the chance to pass on the torch. In a legendary match between Flamengo and Santos, Ronaldinho's team won 5-4, but Neymar stole the spotlight, scoring what many consider the best goal of his career. That goal earned him the FIFA Puskas Award for Goal of the Year. With a dizzying move using the studs of his boots, Neymar confused the entire team and just before falling, calmly beat the goalkeeper. That night, Ronaldinho gave him his blessing. The Club World Cup was next. Neymar and Santos faced the most powerful Barcelona side ever. The football world already knew about Neymar, but now he would face Messi's Barca in the final. Although Neymar showed flashes of brilliance, Santos were crushed 4-0. That loss was a reality check. Neymar realized football wasn't just 11 versus 11. They were higher levels, and to reach them, he had to leave Brazil. He posed with Messi after the match, having received the bronze ball. Europe was now calling. Clubs like Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Barcelona sent offers to Santos, but Neymar, hurt by the Club World Cup defeat, didn't want to leave on such a note. He wanted to win again before saying goodbye. So he stayed one more season, and he kept his promise. He won his third consecutive Paulista Championship in 2012 and the Recopa Sudamericana, defeating Universidad de Chile. That year, Neymar scored 43 goals and gave everything to his club before his emotional farewell. In total, Neymar scored 136 goals and gave 69 assists for Santos, winning 6 titles. He left in 2013 as a legend. The rumors were true. Neymar joined Messi's Barcelona. Together they formed one of the deadliest attacks in football history. Time passed and Neymar shone. For a moment he stood shoulder to shoulder with Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The Messi-Ronaldo rivalry briefly had a third contender. Neymar had the talent to sit at the same table as those two GOATs. But things changed. Injuries, poor decisions, and lack of discipline began to affect his career. Scandals followed him. Despite his immense talent, he started drifting away from that peak level. It's sad because he could have been even greater. He had the world at his feet but didn't push himself far enough. In recent years, Neymar moved to Saudi Arabia's league, often called the Camel League, securing a massive contract. But 2 years later, visibly emotional and full of regret, Neymar now understands that his career is no longer at a top level. That's why he decided to return to where it all began, his home, Santos. Now at nearly 33 years old, Neymar returns in tears, knowing this will be the final chapter of his journey. Nostalgia surrounds him. Like a shooting star, he'll shine one last time before fading away. He's no longer the boy who danced past defenders with joy and freedom, but he's still the same soul who fell in love with the ball on the streets of Brazil. This is the story of when Neymar was the monster of Santos, the boy who carried the dreams of a nation, the prince who could have been king. But what do you think? Did Neymar live up to his full potential? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. That's all for today, and we'll see you in the next one.